He has to do something. He has to move everybody in tight and no more goals go in. 7-0 is a complete and utter embarrassment. As Craig said, it's schoolboy stuff. It's the way they finish the game smacks of packing in. And if I'm a Man United fan, that's the worst thing I can do. I can swallow getting beaten and having supposedly one of those days. But if everybody keeps going to the end, I can get over it. I think the worry would be that they packed in. And actually, Ten Hag, in my opinion, didn't help them. Because what he should have done, and somebody on the field, and that's why your captain's there, Bruno Fernandes did nothing when somebody pulled the plug. You know, get in tight, we don't lose any more goals. I don't care if they knock it around the back for the next 20 minutes and don't score another goal, but it doesn't go to 6 and 7. I think Ten Hag's culpable for that. Now, the other one he's culpable for is why Marcus Rashford didn't start on the left-hand side. And that's not why they lost the game. But at the same time, are you kidding? Trent Alexander-Arnold, when he stood on the field...
What's the thinking
I
there?
have no idea. I don't know. Trent Alexander must have stood on the field, and when the referee was going to blow the whistle, see Bruno Fernandes standing there and go, thank you very much.
Right.
That's not why they lost. But those are two, to me, major things that stick out from this game from United.
He's done that recently a couple of times, hasn't he? He did it in the second half against West Ham. Did it against Barcelona. Weghorst a little deeper, Rashford through the middle. But as Stevie said, guess what? If you're watching Liverpool defend, where's the weakest point? But I think, you know, Ten Hag's obviously got plenty of money in the bank here. Plenty for the job he's done. I don't know how much he'll look at himself, but I certainly know he'll look at his players.
Right. For
sure. I mean, he's already shown that he'll dress them down, maybe even publicly. I don't know. We saw it after the Arsenal game away. Was really harsh on them, and that was in a close game. So it'll be interesting to see how he handles this defeat. I've no doubt they'll pick themselves back up and go again. And
he talked about not tracking back, didn't he? Unprofessional. You kind of look at someone like Anthony.
Yeah.
Can you playing in these sort of games where
when I'm talking about reading the headlines, I think he'll drain that out of them. But it's a wake-up call. Look, Mo Salah hasn't had his best season. He's not been alone for Liverpool. Right, he hasn't had his best season, but he's a proper player. Come on, you know, even his not the best is still pretty good sometimes. But as a wide man, he runs it. Yes, he frustrates, but he runs at people. He scores goals as end product. He does something different. I'm not having Anthony.
Right,
I'm just not having him.
But is that something?
He's the only way.
Has he still got time to grow?
No,
is it a case?
Well, listen, I'm not saying he hasn't got skill, but I don't know many $100 million, whatever it is, wide men that can't beat a defender.
Right.
One-on-one. All he wants to do is come back inside. All he wants to do is take the mickey out of Dan Burn on the touchline in the final.
And fight with everybody.
And you know, I'm sorry, at the moment, I am not, and I'm not blaming Anthony for this, by the way. Sure. I'm just saying, having watched him recently, and I include the cup final, I am not having him as a £100 million player. Go on, Jan.
I think, Dan, is a particular thing to see. Well, Liverpool have been struggling for a long period. I mean, for the whole season, more or less. How many times have you seen players having a terrible body language on the pitch? I think that body language is very, very underestimated. How you make a moral, how you make a culture at a club. And if you saw Manchester United today, and I'm an admirer of Bruno Fernandes. I like Bruno Fernandes. He's done the stuff, but you can't do that as a club captain, by the way. And when you're down, you see, yes, the middle of the park of Liverpool been terrible. Have you seen Jordan Henderson or Fabinho, even at their worst, like taking out their hands, telling their teammates this and that, been plugging in there, been bad, has to be said. They have been one of the reasons why Liverpool haven't been so good this season. But sometimes when you see Manchester United, and I think that Ten Hag knows about that he needs, you can't have those kind of players in there. Or at least you have to get that out of your team. Because what happening, I mean, we've all... I've been playing for some bad teams sometimes. So I've lost highly, but still, then you see what stuff and what the culture really is worth. Because that body language of Manchester United from 3-4-0 today, that was Conference League level.
Why is it taking this long for Liverpool to do this?
Because they've got nothing out in the middle of the park for the majority of the season.
So why did it click today in particular?
Well, whether Klopp's changed the training or what he's done to get some energy in the legs. Because at the end of the day, with the amount of work that you saw them doing today, you need to have your legs about you. And clearly, for most of this season, they haven't had the legs.
Right.
So Klopp has done something, and I would suggest that's what it is. He's reduced the training, not as much training, save it for the games, all that kind of stuff. And obviously, it's Man United at Anfield. So you put those things together, and you outwork the opposition. You know, at the end of the day, every game's the same. You have to earn the right by working hard at the start of the game to play your football. And Liverpool earned it today because they outworked, outthought, outfought, you name it, against United today.
It must be brilliant, those sort of occasions at Anfield, Stevie.
Oh, it's very difficult to tell people the atmosphere because certainly when I played there, the atmosphere was, you talk about tense, and you're going around looking, you want to grab somebody, you want to strangle somebody.
It's the anger's back.
The aggression. No, it's just there's a real aggression about the atmosphere.
Right.
And of course, when the final whistle goes, it goes completely the other way.
Yeah.
And as aggressive you are before it,
euphoric
after it. I mean, it's a wonderful thing. Yeah.
One of the reasons Ten Hag said he was relishing, obviously, going to Anfield.
Well, I'm sure. Well, he was, but it was a perfect storm, really, for Liverpool in the end. A really underperforming, ragged, amateurish in the end United side against Liverpool with their best performance of the season, which is one of the reasons I was saying weeks ago when we were having this discussion about Liverpool, and I'm not suggesting they don't need the odd player, but I just felt with what they had, there was more. Klopp could have got out. He could have got more out of what he had, and why was he not?
Yeah.
Was the question that I was asking. That all of a sudden, Fabinho and Henderson and Elliott and Thiago and he's fit and Robertson and all these guys, they were better than what we're seeing. So what was the reason? I don't know what Stevie said. Maybe he's tailored back the training a little bit. I don't know. But we saw them really doing what they've done really well over the last couple of years, which is win the ball back higher up the field and just almost smother teams. Now, United did create some chances, particularly with the ball over the top in the first half.
Yes.
And Liverpool did look vulnerable there at times, but that second half, man, that was just total control.
Jan, are you still backing United to win the title?
I don't think I have to translate the lachende dritte anymore. The third challenger. No. I think this weekend showed us that this will be the two-race game. I think very impressed by Arsenal coming back. Those are the kind of games that you can miss your point, and Manchester City doing their job, of course, at home. But now that this is not Manchester United. Manchester United got their title. They were very high after the game, and I understand that. I understand that. Weghorst saying we go for all 4 trophies, and fair enough. You can say that, but we saw today the limitation of that culture that you try to bring in, and I don't try to be wiser than I was yesterday. It was like Manchester United can't win, obviously, because that was terrible, and I'm a bit afraid what that will do to them, because you've had also game when we have kind of said, yeah, it's a great culture to win games where they have not played so well. So it's going to be interesting, to see after this big loss, because I expect Ten Hag, he's not that kind of manager who will tell them, well, that can happen, let's just go to training tomorrow. I can't see that happen. I think that he will go big on them.
Do you know, what we shouldn't forget here, by the way? Liverpool might have won 7-0 today, right? And we might be saying how great they were and how great the midfield is, right? But you know what? I hope Klopp's not going around kissing everybody's backside and telling them how brilliant they are.
He wouldn't know, would he? It's not.
Well, I hope not, because, if you're Klopp, you get that team in front of you now and you go, right, by the way, this is what you need to do between now and the end of the season.
Yeah.
Yes, you won 7-0, fantastic. Yeah. It was great to watch. But you've shown me that you can still do it. And the conversation we had a couple of weeks ago was Henderson past it? Was Fabinho past his best? Well, today they showed us that they can still produce it, but it's one game. The two of them haven't played a game like that. I can't remember the last time the two of them in particular played as well as they did in this game. So for Klopp, it's now, right, can you do that between now and the end of the season?
Top 4 now is the aim, obviously. Results have gone brilliantly.
Your timing's perfect, because if Henderson and Fabinho do that, then Liverpool
Put them in X, Stevie.
With the way Tottenham and Newcastle are
I'm just
going.
seeing this. So you're 3 points off.
Yep.
Spurs, obviously you've got a game in hand. Newcastle are 1 point behind you. They have 2 games in hand. Liverpool with a bet here, aren't they?
After watching today, absolutely 100%. But as I said, the key for Klopp and all his staff and everybody is right. Let's not everybody get carried away. We've put ourselves in a position where, of all the sides that are going for the top 4, Liverpool, Tottenham and Newcastle, because I think United will be in the top 4, then we've put ourselves in a position where we're going into the final stretch looking good, looking strong again, look as though we're capable again, that we haven't looked all season. And the other 2 are like Newcastle struggling big time and Spurs being Spursy. They win 1 week and lose the next week. So if you can get some consistency about your play, then yes, Liverpool absolutely seem to be the team.
What about the movement
in
in
the
the front 3, though? That was...
Gakpo was fine. The way Gakpo took his goals today as well.
The possessions that he takes up as well. You know, you look at him, he's not on the full-back. He's not in the midfield. He's picking up these little positions, and he's when he gets the ball, the way that he takes it in and understands what's around him and lets it run across his body. And of course, we've talked about Núñez a lot, and I don't think any of us felt he was going to be a dud at Liverpool, but it was a struggle at times for him.
For the size of him, the way he glides past people, it's quite, you know. Right. We kind of talk about pace, but you watch this guy going past people, and pace is not what you see. You just see a guy gliding across the ground.
Thank you very much for watching ESPN FC on YouTube. For more highlights, analysis and exclusive content, be sure to subscribe.